Hello, welcome back. Tonight I will talk about my book, King Paimon. It is always a thematic, of course, connected to the book itself, but I somehow created a playlist or this recording to talk about things that are connected to King Paimon, but they are a little bit more out there now, so to say. The book I have already completed last year. It is found on Amazon if you want to buy it and read it. It's a very beautiful book, a grimoire written in verse, which tells the story of King Paimon. And tonight I would love to talk about some new things. It's always a meditative, interesting process, no? To say, well, my connection to King Paimon has not ended and will never end. It is a bond that I have within me for him, and vice versa, no? So it comes on both sides, and there are always messages, there are always new insights about the wisdom and kingship of King Paimon. He is a king, he is a magician, he is the lord of the abyss, he reigns over the void, over the silence, over that mastership, no, in to say, well, he says always the true power is in the silence. If you never understood silence, you will never be able to hear properly, no? You can say, well, if you think speech or language or words are more also always like the only thing that you can hear, it is mistaken. There is so much wisdom, there is so much insights, there are so many dreams or whispers or secrets that you are able to hear in that silence, in that void, no, that comes from King Paimon. Once you understand the value of the silence, once you understand what darkness means, real darkness, what the abyss carries. So I created these recordings, to bring others closer to the insights and the wisdom of King Paimon, who is very wise, beyond wise, no? And he says, in the silence, in the void, in that space, no, that no one else is around, your attention is focused in being quiet and listening to that silence. It is the most beautiful gift that you can give yourself, because it will open a new world, it will open a new inner chamber that you already have inside you. And you can exercise with your mind. You can either sit yourself in any place in the world, could be from past. I always like to go in a temple from the past, you know, I just sit down playing music there, or just being silent. You can go any place, it can be a garden, it can be close to the sea, to the ocean, no? And that environment, it has, you know, that silence, even you hear the rhythm of the world, you hear the rhythm of the sea, or you hear the garden, you see how much alive everything is. To say, humans think that everything is not alive and just us are alive, just humans, just our bodies, our consciousness, but everything is alive around us, no? And if you really want to go into deeper meditative esoteric knowledge, or you already have done this type of work, I recommend you to go in your mind, in a total black chamber, a room which is surrounded by darkness. That will teach you to not be scared of the darkness, to not be scared of that void, no? You don't need to fill it up with nothing, because it's already full of everything, it's already full of potential. It is not danger, it's not evil, it's just it needs some exercise to help you feel at home, feel at ease in the darkness, no? And that can actually connect you to King Paimon. You can even create a connection with King Paimon, somehow like a meditative process, you know. We don't necessarily have to do everything in the material world. We can do things in our mind. So if you see yourself in that black chamber, you can see, you know, there is the book of King Solomon, the Ars Goetia, where he speaks about how to connect to these demons, they are called, or spirits, no, which King Paimon is part of, is at all, but is, I would say, well, it is a description of King Paimon and other spirits in the Ars Goetia, 72 spirits of the Ars Goetia, which I have based my books, or I took my subjects from there, different grimoires, different books that I have written on those spirits, and they have shared their wisdom, their insights with me, or through the book with others. But I want to go back to the meditative process. So the King Solomon said, well, there's this pentagram, that you envision it yourself, being sitting in that center with a circle around you, of protection, because not to say that you're in danger, but it is a sign of honor, it is a sign of respect as well, to say it is something important. Contacting a spirit from the Ars Goetia, you can envision a candle that is burning, whatever you mean it to be, in a ritual form for you, that you feel good, that you feel safe, that you feel prepared, and then you see yourself in that room, and then you see yourself first meditating, sitting in that silence, and then you can ask King Paimon to come to you, to reveal himself to you, it's almost like a wish to connect with him in spirit form, and then maybe you will have some questions prepared, or something that you need help with, that he may help you. As I say, the intention is very important, that it is always made from a place of pure or love, honor, respect, duty. It has to be something positive, you have to clean yourself through the intention that you so willingly are given to, because it is respect towards the spirit, towards King Paimon as well, say, well, I have to show myself in the light, I have to show myself the truth me, and that's the way, because the spirits cannot be fooled, they see you already, so they already know your inside, even more than you know yourself, so there is no need for you to fake it, it's even not the need to be scared in any way, that's how they work, because they're able to read your mind, soul and spirit, and that's the way they will help you. They will be able to tailor that exercise, or the things that they give you through visions, through dreams, or even things that you can hear, and in my first meditation process, which I did already this in the beginning, I was very scared, I was very frightened, because there's a lot of misknowledge there outside, so, well, what a demon means, and they will take my soul, and I will be punished in hell forever, and beliefs that are not real, and they're based in fear, and it doesn't honor you, it doesn't honor the spirit. So you have to have a certain type of trust. But if you feel some type of fear, or some type of strong emotions, and so, just know it's nothing to be scared of. Just the spirit is approaching you, and it is normal sometimes to feel that, because they're powerful, they're very powerful, so it's not a bad sign for the spirit that you carry some of that fear. It is a way to honor, to respect how they do carry a certain importance, a certain power, dominion with them, and it's almost, their aura is very dark, so you're going to feel that, but just know at that moment and the spirit will come. And in my exercise, I just remember him, King Paimon came almost rushing very fast. I always felt almost like an anger, or some type of, like a serious, like, why, disturbing, There was like first contact in that way, in this manner. And I remember, I did carry that, I cannot even call it only fear, because it's more like some type of anguish. It's like a strong feeling, it's like, is it safe, is good what I'm doing, is correct, it's some type of mental uncertainty, or not clear, but as I say, it's the first contact. In general, the spirits, some of them, not all, it happened with spirit of Buer as well, they scare you, Buer, even more, because it's a test. If you're brave enough, they want to see if you're unfold, or there is a certain type of, almost like you have to earn the key, you have to earn that moment, you have to be strong and stay in your power. And then in that exercise, I was sitting down with my head down, bowed. Is another sign of honor as a kingship, and say, well, this is what King Paimon teaches one. It's not shameful, or in any shame to hold your head down, because that spirit does carry a lot of power, and it does need that, how you say, approval from you as well, no? To say, well, I want them as my master, no? So as the teacher they are, so it's like there's a certain humility that comes with that, no? I'm prepared to better myself. I'm prepared to learn from myself, no? And it is just a respectful sign. It's just it's normal. It doesn't have a lot of meaning in that way. So I will sit myself down in that circle, in that dark chamber with this pentagram on the floor, no? I envision it in my head, and I have maybe a candle, no? And then I sit down in relaxed position, my head is down, and I meditate on this, no? And I ask for the spirit of King Paimon to reach me, to come to me, and then it will appear, no? And I said, the moment he appeared, it was, as I said, a black figure, no? It's like there's the spirits can move very fast, so you will just see them very fast approaching. You see them there, and the first contact with them is going to feel a little harsh, but as I said, it is a test. Once it is a yes, and once they accept you, you know, they see they can work with you, or there's something they can teach you, the relationship will change. You will not feel that anymore. It's just the first encounter, or at least it was for me, but I believe in general they are like that. So after that first contact, or the first acceptance, or the first ritual form of contacting them, you will say to them what you need help with. No, for me it was, I need help with my books, or I need help in general, no, I want to master. You can research the spirit. They are masters of specific things. For example, King Paimon is a master of knowledge. He's magician of the West. So you already know about them, what they can teach you. He's master in arts, in crafts, in the secrets of the universe, in, you know, they have a lot of knowledge, as I've said. So you can have a few specific ideas what you want to work with, what you need help with to master. No, it's nothing wrong for us to ask their help, because they can help and they do carry these powers, and it's nothing against God. If the intention is to do good things, empower yourself, learn something new, they are created for that. All the spirits are created by God, and they are not evil spirits. As I said, the demons, or whatever we want to call them, spirits, I don't like the word demon in the way they are portrayed, because it's wrong. Demon means eternal soul. It is even connected to the god Ammon, the Ammon, so from God, from the god Ammon, which is another name of God. As I've said, they do come from God. They are created by God, and they are not evil in that meaning that they don't distinguish between bad and good as humans. They don't live in duality. They are just themselves. They cannot be anything than they are. They're very honest and they have very high morals, even higher than humans. So you cannot trick them. They don't like when you lie to them. They will not accept that. So you have to honor that. You should never be dishonest or dishonor them in any way. They will not accept that. There are things that they will punish in one way or another. They will, simply not accept. So, it has to come from a place of honesty, of true love, good things that you want to improve yourself, and they will help you if they see that you are willing to do the work, and then you will have some other encounters or other things. You will feel their presence, or they will talk to you, you will hear them. They will show you things. They will give you images in your head, or they will telepathically communicate. They will train you. There are going to be some things that you do for them. Sometimes I go on a walk and they want to show me things, through that. Or, I wrote books on each spirit that I have already meditated and worked on them. And the result has been so beautiful. So I want to share this for others as well, to say, well, occult knowledge, spiritualism, it is something that you have to already be interested in and feel like it is part of your journey as well. It's something that you have been searching for, or decided to work in this lifetime as a soul mission, as a soul program that you have already enrolled before you even came here. It is something that it is connected to you as well, or you have had experience or memories as a child as well, things that you have experienced. It's a specific type of person. It's not for everyone, no? But if you already have that, I want to say it means that you are already very close, and you should open the door. I will definitely recommend to do this and work, and you will see the improvements in your life. You will see the help that they generously, kindly give. There's nothing dangerous, there's nothing bad, there's nothing evil in them, but they don't function as humans who say, I'm good or bad, because humans are liars. They say, well, what is good and bad? No, well, we know very well what is that. Somehow we carry those inside of us, no? But true evil is those who harm others, no? And they will never harm you. They will never harm anyone, no? They are extremely wise, extremely beautiful spirits. They carry wisdoms from very, very, very long time. It makes me think of my book, Grimoire C3, which is a spirit from the Ars Goetia, the voice in the darkness, and I wrote the most beautiful book. The things that he shared with me, his wisdom is so beautiful, it's so profound. It can bring you to tears. It's so revealing. It's one of my favorite books, no? King Paimon too, he is a true king. He is so beautiful. He has so much wisdom, so much love. He is so I'm in love. King Paimon is my father. I see him as my father. I feel him as my father. I know he's my father, and that he related to me. He first, when I wrote on the book, he was very much like a strict teacher, and he was teaching me, and I concentrated myself for 3 months, day and night, on the grimoire, on the book, to write his story, to honor him, and you just feel the deep love for them. At one point, it will be revealed to you who they truly are, and the beauty they carry, the wisdom they carry. And C3 is a very beautiful spirit. It speaks about the fire. He's an angel, a seraphim, the first seraphim, they say, or the son of the seraphim. The first angels have ever been created. So they are spirits, the first spirits that God created, and God gave them dominion over very big powers. So they do carry a lot of power. King Paimon has ownership or dominion over the abyss, over the darkness, and they say, well, the darkness, that abyss, it carries the potential of the wisdom of everything that has ever been created, every word that has ever been spoken, every book that has ever been written, thought of, not even created yet. It's all in the power and dominion of King Paimon. C3 is an angel. He carries angel wings. He's a seraphim. He has dominion over fire, transformation, the souls. He speaks about when the heavens were created, he was there. He speaks about the secret language of the flame that I have included in the grimoire. So they are first, all of my grimoires are lyrical books, literally works that I've created, written in verse, so they're very beautiful to read, but they carry a lot of wisdom. They have their seeds, their transformational seeds that these spirits have left for us in these books, for us to really understand who we are, where are we going, what powers lay in us. They have a deep understanding of the human nature. They know everything about human nature. Then I think about the Grimoire of Buer that I've written. It is so beautiful. It is. I had a vision with Buer. As I've said, I have meditated first. There is a very beautiful channel on YouTube called Propheticat, and he created very beautiful 1-hour meditation on many of the spirits, and I meditated on that video on Buer and his voice, because they all speak in different ancient languages. His voice is very, very harsh, very little bit scary, and the first time I listened to Buer, I got so frightened, and I knew that, I read that before, that he scares you at first, because it's almost like a shell has to be shattered away from you. You have to be awakened, to be in his presence. And then once you overcome that fear and you don't, you continue the meditation, I had the vision immediately. I was put straight in a garden where he appeared as a man, and it was a garden in his realm. They all have their own realms. They are able to create their own realms, and he was there, very simple man, dressed, and he was sitting under a tree where birds were singing, and it was his garden, it was his tree, it was his world, and first he almost he was a little bit mad, no? Why somebody will... He was almost like he didn't accept anyone to be there. He didn't want his peace to be disturbed. And then he started to speak in verse, no? I always translate their languages. I try to understand what they are talking about, what they want to share. So I do this translation of this ancient language that they are talking as good as I can, but I'm very good at it. I know it. And then I start to write verses. I start to write my book while I'm listening to them talking, or through that vision, no? Because sometimes they are combined. And then in that vision, he said to him, he was mad because, he said, they all try to copy me. They all try to tell me who I am. But there's only one Buer, only one me. Only I can say who I am. And that he repeats over and over. So that repetition, even in the book of Grimoire of King Paimon, there are parts which repeat themselves, but that's how the spirit talks, because that's the key to understand them. And then the Buer verses seem, when you read the Grimoire of Buer, seems very simple. He says, I'm in the garden, the birds sing, and I'm Buer, and and there's only one me. But those simple verses carry so much power, because he taught me and King Paimon as well, there is only one you, there's only one me, and what that carries, and to never let anyone write a story for you, tell you who you are. They teach about true power. And after, in the garden of Buer, he was talking to me, and then he started to reveal he is the master of nature, Buer. He's a healer as well. And he was saying to me 3 words. Many times in my books I hear other languages which I include, which is not English. All my books are written in English, but he said to me, Sala Sahatin Hia, and that repeated itself many times. Sala Sahatin Hia. And then first I didn't know what they mean, but I inserted them in the text, because I write through automatic writing. Whatever comes to me, I write down. I don't... automatic writing is when you hear something, but you don't... you let it flow as a river. You don't let your logical mind come in between what you hear and say, it's not good. You don't criticize yourself. You just transcribe, like a form of channeling. You just hear and you write. And then I first, what it means, Sala, Sahatin here, what it means, I didn't know, but they all were written with with capital letters. So after he told me, they are my 3 daughters, Sala, Sahatin here. And then the 3 daughters came into the garden, and Buer, as a father, started to talk to them. I wanted in the book, so they asked question of Buer, and Buer is teaching his daughters his secrets, the things that we as humans, because of course my intention is always the books are for us, is to understand them, to learn from their wisdom, to at the same time to give that spirit the honor of truly describing and honoring them for who they truly are. I can do that. They know I love them, I honor them, I don't discard them as evil or in any way. I never did that, because it's wrong, it is not even true. And then he speaks about Sala, you carry this fire, and the girl is asking, but father, tell me, how should I work with the fire so it does not burn me, So these very beautiful poetic verses, and Buer is explaining each daughter one after another, and somehow how the story went on. It's very beautiful, the Grimoire of Buer. King Paimon, the Grimoire of King Paimon is a large grimoire. It's my first grimoire. It was the hardest work I have done. It is my masterpiece. All my books are amazing, but King Paimon will always remain my masterpiece, the one I honor the most. First because he's my father. First because he helped me so much, and he taught me how to write my first grimoire. He worked with me, and I just love his voice, his meditation. He has a very deep, calming voice. When he talks, I could listen to him for eternity and eternity. It just brings tears in my eyes. He's so, so beautiful, King Paimon. He's so beautiful when he talks. His aura, his energy, it brings me to tears. He saved me in places that I will never find my way out. He found me. He always brought me back to life. He always has been there for me. And I love about him the most that he's He is a explorer like me. I have many qualities like my father. He is adventurous. He wants to know the secrets of the cosmos. He loves to learn. He loves books. And one of the visions I had with him, he showed me very beautiful things. He always shows me beautiful things. And once he showed me a library of books, it was built, endless, only books. It was endless. I could not see the end of it. It was all almost like everything what has ever written, all the history of humanity and all information one could imagine, everything almost, and he would always add. He always writes books. So I'm connected to that. I didn't even know that about myself before I contacted King Paimon. So that first exercise that I was talking about, overcoming that fear or that stupid beliefs or anything that one is like, don't, it's fear. No, it's all nonsense, and all is taking away from your true desire. If you feel something, you should always listen to your intuition. You should not even listen to me. I can only express my experience, but it is true. It is made there to stop us at the door, so we don't get the knowledge, so we don't get the health, so we don't get on our higher timeline, on our full potential, as much as we can, because I think that's should be one of the most important purposes in life, is for us to be better, so we can be better for others, not only for ourselves, so we can be better for the future, for us humans as a race. So there's nothing wrong in searching of the knowledge, no matter where you go, no matter what it is. You should always treat it with respect, honor, love, a form of duty, a form of kingship over you and the work that you are doing, and in a serious, respectful way. Then you're going to, but honestly, not like, I have to be honest. No, you have to be honest. You have to take it seriously. You have to give the honor. You have to, be honest, be truth. If it's something that you are searching in your work, whatever field it may be, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be books. It can be anything what is your hobby, what you have been maybe struggling to get it on a higher, whatever higher. It can be you, for your transformational journey that will bring you further on, later on in life, something very beautiful. And I want to say, from my little, I'm scared, or like, hey, let me do this exercise. I put myself in this black chamber. Oh my God, King Paimon, I'm so scared I will die. He will kill me. It's all like, it's just this fear. It is like put in our brains by culture, by the things we see, the things that are, it's just some type of fear, whatever it is. And then from that exercise, and that I was brave enough, that to put myself in that situation, or put myself, open my hand in that darkness, in that abyss, it brought so much beauty to me. It brought me King Paimon. It brought me closer to knowing who I am. It brought me closer to the other spirits, to Where, to C3. I have learned so much. I cannot understand how it was even possible that I even wrote these books, from all this knowledge, from where it came. It came from them. I don't carry that knowledge. It was from them. I honored them. I wanted to honor them, because the history, what is known about them, it's also negative. I want to say, I love the book of King Solomon, but it describes them very shortly and, not really who they are, and I wanted to hear their stories. That's why I created the books. I wanted to honor them. I wanted to give them the space so they can tell their own stories, how it was written. And they often speak that it was written in the wrong way and they don't like it, So I'm happy that I could do that for them. I'm happy that I could do that for us, because that knowledge that they share, it's really unique. It's really beautiful. It's really special. I'm sure everyone who will read my grimoire will learn a lot of things, and they will be transformed. They will feel the truth behind in front of my words, whatever place it may find. It doesn't matter, but it will reach. It will open you in some beautiful way, that you will gently and softly and kindly and in a loving way be transformed, in something that is closer to you, who you truly are. For you, they say the true transformation is not outside, it's inside. It's an inner world, your inner world, And once you will hear their words and how they are and how they see things and how they share the wisdom, and you'll feel their power. You'll just get to understand them. You'll be able to transfer that information to you as well, and have their knowledge and have those keys as well. Another very beautiful grimoire is the Grimoire of Gusion. It's another spirit of Ars Goetia. Gusion is called the book. The grimoire is called the hymnal seer, and the lion who rose through time. And Gusion is master commander. He's a very, very powerful spirit, Gusion. He's represented as a lion because the lion is the most loyal, the most fearful, the most smart, intelligent, royal animal. It is actually the royal animal of God. Lions are connected to God. Everywhere you will see representation of God, they are connected. Lions are connected to God. Lions is the royal animal of God, and Gusion is the lion of the lions. He's the commander of that power, of that, what that represents. He's very wild. He's very fierce. He's very old. He's very wise. He's a warrior, and it's called. He's the master commander, and he's the holder of all keys. In any battle, he's the one who goes first, and he's able to open all doors, and all go behind him because he is invincible. No one can ever destroy, beat, or make Gusion lose. It is not possible. He does carry all the keys, all the knowledge, all that power, all that fierce as a lion, wise as a lion, powerful as a lion, loyal as a lion, royal as a lion. He carries a lot of qualities. And the hymnal seer, the hymnal book of the seer and the lion, the eternal lion that rose through time, because as I said, they're all eternal. All spirits are eternal. And Gusion too speaks about, he reveals his knowledge in the books. The keys, and one has to read. It's always difficult for me to express in a few words what an entire book has inside, but Gusion is just so special because it calms me, and I have seen him many times walk beside me, almost like there's a force of the battle of Gusion, because he always works in the light, of course, and he is the one who definitely defeats evil, the real evil, no? And he's a warrior. He's a master commander, master warrior. It's a very beautiful book, and it speaks very much about the keys. He speaks about the 8 keys. Another very beautiful grimoire is the Grimoire of Vapula. Vapula is a very secret magician who very powerful, almost lost in his own world. He is the strongest, fiercest power of love, of not giving up, of madness, of that love that brings, if you've seen the movie of Dracula and the story of Dracula, of that love that, he has for his woman that never ends, and he waited 400 years for her. If you think that's very romantic, you're going to love the book of Vapula, the Grimoire of Vapula, because it's the most romantic story that ever has been written, because the love of Vapula for his woman that they have taken away from him, and he's lost in madness, he's lost in any place. Doesn't matter how bad, how good, where he is, where he travels, he will do anything, everything for his beloved Akara that he's looking for, he's searching for. And the first time I contacted Vapula, and I started to translate what he was saying, and I was watching this video with him, this meditation video, and he was all time searching. He's invisible, and he will go in houses and places. He will look at people in the eyes, what they say, and I feel sometimes he was telling me that all speak lies. They're all lies, because humans show one mask, they speak something, but they carry something inside. But he's able to read that. He's able to read everything now, to understand what he's thinking, what the person thinks, who they are. All spirits, they are very good in that. They definitely all can do that, no? But Vapula, he was like searching for something. It was very specific, and I didn't understand why he's traveling, where he's going, what's happening, why, no? And he speaks about danger. He tells, well, he shows danger because he's actually a protector. A lot of spirits work in the negativity, in the meaning of we think Vapula is danger because sometimes he says danger, danger, but he's actually the one who protects from danger. He's a good soul, he's a good spirit. And and then I was asking what he was searching for. I didn't understand. And then he started to tell me the story of his woman, that his beloved Akara, that has been taken away from him, and he's searching for her everywhere. And it's very romantic. I cannot say how romantic it is. It's so romantic, the book, so beautiful. His love for her, the verses are so powerful, so strong. He says that they have tried to offer me thrones, kingships. They have tried to offer me something, so I forget her. But I never accept anything. I only want her. I can only accept her. They will never take her away from me. They will never. She's not gone. I will find her. He cannot accept that he has not found her yet. He's still searching for her. He will never accept that she doesn't exist. No. And that's the grimoire of Vapula. It's simply called Vapula. You can find all my books, all my grimoires on Amazon. I'm the author of them. My name is Anais Giulia. I'm a writer. You can either look in my description box. You're going to find a author link to Amazon, where you can see all my books. Or you can just search on Amazon Anais Giulia, and then you're going to see all my books there, which I've published. And then you scroll. I have approximately almost 50 books until now, and then you can find where just write Vapula, Anais Giulia, or King Paimon with my name, or just King Paimon. You're going to see my book there. And another grimoire that I've written is the grimoire of Barbatos. And Barbatos, I didn't give him so much time yet. I will. Sometimes I write my books, or not sometimes, I do. I write my books and then I read and meditate and work with them as well. And I'm most focused on King Paimon. Always, as I say, King Paimon is my father. My book, my grimoire of King Paimon, is my masterpiece. Always will be, always, doesn't matter whatever books I will write in the future. It has the first place, it has that honor. But the grimoire of Barbatos, he speaks about his very beautiful spirit as well. I love Barbatos, and I will, the book is calling to me to read it again and meditate on him again. I did it already, and I want to learn more from him as well. He's a master archer. He's hidden in the nature, in the forest most of the time. He likes to be alone. He's invisible, but he carries the wisdom of time. He carries the wisdom of the memory of everything that has been written in the stars, in the leaves, in the sand, in every little tree. He is master of the masters. I cannot even explain. My skin curls when I think of him. Barbatos. He's so brave. He's so beautiful. He's a wild spirit. He doesn't let himself be seen. He's always a little in the shadow. He likes to watch. He likes to see. He is very much connected to the animals, to the nature. He wears a green cap. He's always with a little archer. He has this interesting fashion with his boots. He looks as a magician, almost like an elf, but maybe he's not an elf, but he's not very tall, but he's very beautiful man, a young man, and his color is green. His number is 8. He reveals what he wants, so it's quite interesting, the grimoire. I will read it again. And he speaks about the 8 doors, the different doors. They say you can pass all, but the last you cannot pass because it's Barbatos door. He has some sense of humor as well, and it's a very beautiful grimoire, the grimoire of Barbatos. I will read again from it because, as I say, I've written them. I know what they are about, but they are so compacted. They carry so much wisdom that when I write, I focus on the work of the book and the verses, and then I like to go back and read them as a writer, but as a reader as well, and I always learn from them. Another grimoire that I've written, let me think, is the grimoire of Lilith. Lilith is not in the Ars Goetia, but Lilith is a very, very old spirit. we say, well, I don't like to categorize them, because we say, well, it's correct, it's a spirit, we too are spirits, no? But it's almost like the lack of a better word, to be honest. And it's hard to describe them, because they do carry so much weight, so much wisdom, so much of everything. But Lilith is the first daughter of God. Lilith, before Eve was born and Eve was created by God, Lilith was the first daughter, most beloved daughter of God. And Lilith loves God very much. Lilith is a true warrior. She's a warrior princess, now I will call her. And she's very fierce. She is a spirit of empowerment, of real power, of the fire, of the blood, of the fight, the battle, the not giving up. She's the first one who ever said no. She is the protector. She's a fierce goddess, no? Lilith. I love her so much, Lilith. And I wrote the grimoire for her, and it is one of my most beautiful books. Oh my God, it carries so much force and power, and her verses, the way she speaks, how direct, how smart she is, goes right to the point, and she teaches one to uncover all this falsity that one, or that weakness that we carry, because it's all false now. And she says she teaches how to stand in your own power, and how to fight for the correct things, and how to fight for the things that you believe they are true, and they are true. Now how to stand in position, how to fight, how to speak truth, how to not give up, how to say no, how to protect yourself, how to save yourself, how to everything. Now Lilith, I will do playlist for Lilith as well. I will read from the book. It's so beautiful. It's a very impressive book. I think one of the best books ever written by me, Lilith. Love, love, love it. It's all written in verse, and it does carry. One can really understand Lilith and feel her love for God, because she was mistreated in history, and always has been portrayed as evil, as something to not touch, not speak, not the first scholars have created this false image of her, because they wanted her erased from history, and they didn't want no one to know about her, because of course they don't want humans to be in their power and say no. They want people to always say yes and apply. And because Lilith is the opposite of that. They didn't want her spirit, they didn't want her force and power. And then she had to rebel, because the way she was created first by God, because God knows why he created everyone. God is never wrong. So Lilith can never be wrong, because even if her qualities are more, to say, negative side, because she's so rebellious and she's no, and she follows her own, it is exactly who God wanted her to be. And God needed her to be like that. God honors her for that power. God created her, no? And Lilith, in the end of the grimoire, after all the rebellious power she brings with it, which is so beautiful, so much to be celebrated with her power, she is a savior of souls. Lilith will fight for you. Lilith will protect you, will guide you. She's very fierce, no? You cannot imagine the power of Lilith. She has power over demons, over spirits. She's the first daughter of God, no? And then in the end of the grimoire, she signs herself. She says, Lilith, the first daughter of God, my loving father, or something like that, no? So everything goes back to God, and she knows that. And even if she was thrown away from God, and she had to create for her own power, her own world, no? She understands, no? That she and God is one, and she loves and honors her father, of course. And another grimoire that I have written is called Asmodeus. Why I always forget about Asmodeus? It's just a little joke. Asmodeus is the grimoire of the grimoires. So hard to explain through words. You have to read a grimoire of Asmodeus. Everyone has to read a grimoire of Asmodeus. Everyone. If there was one grimoire I would recommend for the inner purpose of, how you say, really understand things, or really understand what I'm talking about as well, is Asmodeus. And I just, it's a masterpiece in itself. The way I created the book, the entrance, I created verses where someone to say, well, every book has its own spice. No, so well, in the book of King Paimon, the first words you hear are King Paimon already talking. In the Grimoire of Asmodeus, I have created the verses who present Asmodeus, bring Asmodeus to us, because Asmodeus is a spirit very far away, no one can reach, and I had to do a lot of work to create a space for him to come in and reveal himself and say things, who he is, how he sees humans, how he sees life, the teachings he has, how he represents himself. I let him represent himself, and so he speaks who he is. And I have created one of most beautiful verses describing him through him, because he is the one talking. I translate that, I bring that forward, to us through the grimoire. Asmodeus I definitely recommend. Is my last grimoire that I have published and I have finished to write, and at the moment I'm writing the grimoire of I go back. I wrote another grimoire of Vine. It is a grimoire, definitely, but it is not only verse. It is first I created the verses. I wanted to make it like the others, but then he said, no. I want to tell my story through prose as well. So I began again to write it, and I wrote like a story, and then I included the verses throughout the story. And it's about Vine. It's called the Unbound Breath. Vine is represented as a black lion, the face of a man with the face of a black lion that rides on a black horse. He is invincible. He's very powerful, very wise, a very different spirit. He's a warrior, and he only follows his own rules. He's very, very strong, very powerful. He knows who he is. And then the story or the book starts with him. Most of the spirits, they are all the time alone. So he's by himself, and then he's on his horse traveling through the woods. And then one moment he hears some voices, and he sees this woman almost a danger of being killed by two men. No, she was tied up, and then of course Vine interferes and saves her. And after that moment, they are inseparable. And then he brings her to his castle, which is hidden. Only he knows where it is. And he shows her his castle. And then he tells her, please, you have to stay here a few days. I have to go somewhere. And he goes into hell, and he retrieves from the hell the black grimoire, the black book of Vine, of that place, and he enters the hell, and he meets other spirits from there, and they have a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of dialogues between him and other spirits, and then he steals the book from them, and they get very angry, but he managed to escape. And then he tries to go back to her, but he goes through a lot of difficulties, and then finally manages to get to her, to the castle back, and carry that grimoire with him. And then he tells her he will hide that grimoire in the walls of the castle, so no one will ever find it. And then later on, a monk, a scholar, finds this secret grimoire, and somehow it is said that the grimoire that was hidden by and retrieved from hell by a Vine, it is the grimoire that I have written. So it is like that's the story, shortcut, but of course there's beautiful story, there's beautiful verses, there's entire description of everything that happens. It is a very beautiful book. I will still have to have a copy. I still don't have it in paper, and I can't wait to see it and read from it, because as I've said, I always start with writing my books, creating them, and then I'm learning and discovering them again and again and again and again, the way I seem fit or feel at the moment. And I'm writing another grimoire. I have a little lapsus at the moment. How it's called? Vasago, the grimoire of Vasago. And the grimoire of Vasago is very beautiful, very soft energy, but very wise. He's a prince. He's a very beautiful prince, and he showed me a part of myself that I have forgotten the first time I spoke to him, and it was very emotional, very beautiful. I almost felt him like a child of mine. And he showed me a door where there are two doves at the top of the door, and he's connected to things from the future, things that are not seen, with nature. You know, he almost carries all the elements in his way to describe things about the soul, about the life, about nature, about all the teachings. It's very meditative, very zen-like. It's very, very beautiful, very soft, but very, very deep and very wise. I'm still working on it. It's halfway finished. The Grimoire of Asago. It's almost like he represents the eternal child, the eternal flame, the beauty of everything that we're able to see, you know. So, well, we can look at things, but we can really see them when we really understand and respect and get very close to the beauty that they carry. You know, that's the real seeing. That's the real closeness to something. And it will be still a surprise how it will develop the story. Sometimes I write and then I take a few days or even longer time, a time to reflect, meditate, you know, before I have the answer, to know how I will continue the grimoire, how, you know, because of course I wanted to make it interesting. I don't want it to be just verses, telling things. No, it has to have a story. It has to be written the way it has to be written. I take them very seriously. I'm not just filling up the pages. No. It has to be the way it has to be. I know it. So I work on it and I give it time, or I work intensively, you know. There's always moments I always honor and respect that flow that comes from me, because it is the way it has to be. I don't force, I don't, I have my own way, you know, how I connect to my books, the way I write them. It's almost like when you love something, you give it care and time and attention, no? The way it's supposed to be, as you do with a child. The way I love my books, or the way I love the spirits. I don't even want to call them the wrong way, so I don't want to show any form of disrespect, because the truth is that they carry so much, and they do have a name, and I think the name is enough now. Let's say we have a name, and we should not take away from us for describing and discovering us. No, I put little parts away, you know, because it's a little unfair, but it's just for me trying to explain to others, or me trying to my little words to explain how my books come to life, now, how my books have the ability to change lives, or have the ability to improve somebody's lives, no? So to teach them to grow, to teach them who they are, to teach them things that they somehow, all of us don't know, or we have been wrongly informed, or we have never been seen the way we should. There are some mismatches there and there, no, of course. And I think the grimoires do bring us on a straight line, in a more powerful, more beautiful, more honest, more truthful, more enigmatic. There's a lot of discoveries to be made, and there is a lot of transformational power that comes with that. Once we transform ourselves and enrich ourselves from the inside, everything on the outside flourishes with us as well. And if there are hardships come our way, we are more prepared, we have more tools to handle them in the correct way, not let us be swapped away by that difficulty, or anything that might seem off-put, or of just some type of, we know what we need, we feel what we need. If you need help to discover for yourself which of mine grimoires, if you have interest in them, please write me, like the video, subscribe to my channel. I always bring new information about my books. I thank you so much for listening. I'm more than honored to share this with you. I'm more than honored. I love and respect every person that will love to buy and read my books and connect with my knowledge, connect with their knowledge. It's we are all wise. We are all wise. We just need to remember some things. That's it. And there's no one to say I am more this. No. We all carry things inside us. We just need to uncover them. We just need to shine them so they can shine, even more through us, through our talents, through our own capacity to read, to understand, to grow, to feel happier, So there's a lot of things that come with that. I will leave this one here. Thank you so much for listening. Wish you all the best. As I've said, if you want to read a grimoire, you don't know exactly which one, please write me. I will help you decide. Or if you see the description of the book and one book speaks to you and you feel very much at ease or inclined to buy it, and you feel a connection, or your intuition is telling you, yes, listen to that, it is correct, it will be the book for you, or the first book that you should start with. There's no wrong choice, of course, but if there's something specific you have to ask me about my books, you can always do that, and I will be more happy and gladly to help you. And you can always check my Amazon page, look at my description box here on this channel. You will see my author page is the link. Just click on it, you'll be immediately brought to Amazon, and there you have all my books. You can check the cover, you can check the back cover description of the book, and I think they're just beautiful books to have and to behold and to honor and to read. And it would be nice to spread the word. If you have enjoyed it, more than happy for any review or any comment. It's helpful for me and for others as well. More I talk about my books, or more others connect with them, we open the doors to others as well that otherwise they could not have. So spreading the love, spreading the word, or willingly to have the trust in someone's words, on someone's book, to know that it is going to be something that it does honor my time or money, or investment, whatever one does, but I promise you will not be disappointed. And you can check my books. Definitely they do deserve the time, the honor, and I have put a lot of love, dedication in creating them. So of course you say, well, I'm not a liar, make a little joke, but it is true. I don't brag about my books or just speak falsely that they are good or not. Actually, my words don't do them justice, to be honest, at their own value. But as much as I could, to try to express or to share with others some of the, things that I wanted to share, the way it came out. Hopefully it was clear and good. And yes, I thank you so much for you listening to my videos and being willing to go even further, and even purchase a book from me. And I will be more than interested to know if you have loved it, if you have learned something new, or whatever part of the book, or anything that has touched you, or everything that has even happened. Maybe you had a vision, maybe you had a revelation, maybe I do believe my books are not simple books. My grimoires do carry magical powers, they really do, and it will create something in your life that will be magical. It will give you some insight, and will make you believe in something that you never believed or knew before as well. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, bye.